Earth used to be our home. Until the nuclear catastrophe plunged it into chaos. Only few of us were able to flee to large bunker complexes. I was born there. I grew up in darkness. After 150 years, we finally returned to the surface of the Earth.
It's been a long time since we played a strategy game here on the channel, and with the release of Endzone, A World Apart, I think it's time to change that. So, you guys go ahead and pour yourself a cup of coffee or your favorite gaming beverage. Let's dive in and take a look at this real-time strategy city builder game that combines all the best elements of games like Banished with a Fallout-esque theme in a post-apocalyptic world, along with resource gathering like Age of Empires and missions much like Frostpunk. Now, originally I wasn't planning to cover this game, but I couldn't resist just taking a quick peek at the tutorial with a review key provided by the developers, and what I found there was actually so polished that I was really impressed and kind of amazed that this game had somehow been off of my radar all throughout early access over the last year. It has all of the basics of a game like Banished, where you're going to build a small community of survivors, you're going to provide for their food, you're going to provide for their shelter, their water, all that good stuff, but with so many additional layers on top of that, dealing with radiation, random sandstorms, and even raider attacks, that I was just kind of captured by how much this game had to offer. I ended up playing all the way through it, and then continuing with my city build on past the end of the intro. As you continue building your settlement and exploring the ruins of the world that once was, you're going to find things like seeds for new plants, you're going to find other survivors, you're going to find little stories hidden in each of these locations that really reminded me of something out of Fallout or Bioshock. Every time that I thought that I had discovered all that there was to see in that intro mission, I would complete a mission or explore a new area and unlock a new difficult mission or a new object to build, like a memorial statue. And like I said, guys, this game just really impressed me with its volume of content, even right here as it's first launching out of early access. Let's go back to the very start though, and I'm going to build a new settlement here with you guys. Let's go ahead and get our new city founded as we leave our Endzone / vault. Stick with default settings. Take a quick look. Yep, everything's set to basically medium. Sandstorms and all, droughts on, and make sure that raiders are on. Okay, cool. Let's go for large map. Medium mountains, medium lakes. Let's go high lakes, actually. Now, this looks interesting right here. We're kind of in this little nestled spot. I like that. Because this city is going to be called Sanctuary, as is only appropriate for General Dave.
This looks like a good place to settle. You know what we learned in the Endzone? Basic needs come first and foremost. We have to build up a water and food supply, and then...
Let's get started. Yeah, this is looking pretty cozy. Just trying to see, do we have any old town areas nearby? Really just this gas station run. This little spot up here, okay. I enjoy rebuilding on some, old town ruins, so we'll come by here and build some a bit later. Oh, there's some town right there. Cool. But before we expand, we gotta get started down here with what we've got. Let's start with our water supply. Gonna build a water jetty for collection, as well as a reservoir to put it in. Okay. There's our first building going up as the rain falls. let's go ahead and assign some tasks. Let's say gather scrap from here. Gather wood from... Actually, let's just gather all resources from here. And those tasks are going to be carried out by our just generic settlers with no other job. We can also do some fishing here at our pond and get some food out of it too. Then a fisherman or two. And we're off. From there, let's go ahead and put up a couple of houses. I'll put some down here next to our working areas. Then also a shelter, although we're very low on cloth, actually. We definitely need more scrap, so I'm going to place a scrapyard and get our settlers gathering that incredibly important scrap. And a recycler where we can get things like cloth out of our scrap. Get a few more builders going. Scrap collector and refiner. We've got 11 adults and 4 children right now. Everybody's in good health for the moment. And we have some housing too. Already complete. So from there, we should be able to get a shelter built for more housing. I wonder what kind of seeds we have. We also have homeless settlers, so that shelter is going to have to happen probably sooner rather than later. One of our kids has grown up into an adult, so we have one more person to add to our workforce. Yeah, let's go ahead and get something besides fishing going here. Seeds available. We have wheat, nice, and zucchini. Let's do some wheat. We'll go ahead and just assign a farmer to that. The water tables are looking pretty good just as is too. Radiation is not terrible. Got some low spots there in the green. No hot spots though. Of course, no electricity at this point. 13 adults. Let's do one more cabin for now. So how the cabins work is, cabins allow small families to reproduce and get kids going and start their families, whereas the shelters are, you know, you're not going to start a family in a shelter, but they're good for the elderly and single settlers, basically. Just bulk housing. Yeah, we can just get a tent going. These people are going to be unhappy about that being next door, but I believe people can come to the cistern and get water. But we can also do a water point. Let's put one in the middle of the town here, and a food station to go with it. They'll get water once it's built from our cistern and bring it to the center of town. Get some people on logistics there. Perfect. So you guys get water from the cistern, bring it over to the water point. once we get our expeditions going, we're going to be exploring these buildings, getting some scrap from them, and expanding, I think, directly up here to this interesting town up here. I want to kind of build our settlement around this old ruin of a town up here. I think that would be cool. And look at that, we're already clearing that out. Let's gather plants from up there. Could also do a herbalist hut, but we are doing just fine on water at the moment, so instead, let's place some rainwater catchers. And we'll also do a well here in the middle of town. And our well is going to require a well keeper right there to maintain it. Food station's got some food going. Yeah, we got plenty of food, but still low on water, so. And we have a oncoming drought. So I think our next task is going to be to get that water tower built. I think it's probably too late for this first drought. It's going to hurt our fishing and our jetty. Let's cancel that second water catcher there. I really want to place a fourth cabin here, but that scrap is still in the way. So we have 15 adults. We're going to want to get our tailor set up. And our tailor is going to be able to produce radiation protection for us. Put him right in the middle of town there. And we'll get one tailor set up. Ooh, there we go. Our well is quite full. So I guess we'll just build a cistern for now. We'll upgrade that to a water tower next. The tank on this cistern is not very full at all. It's a slow process taking just buckets of water out of the pond. And there goes the pond. Here comes our drought on the seasons here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just cancel all of our fishermen, put them to work farming, and let's make sure that we have our gather task down. Yeah, gather plants and resources. Oof. The drought has taken care of all of those. Oh well. And thanks to our well, we've got some water going on in our cistern. We should be just fine with this drought. And our population should be going up soon, thanks to our new houses. This is all going to be a balancing game here, guys. I want to make a nice, immersion-friendly settlement here, but gotta balance our resources. And now we have a water catcher for next time too. Alright, you guys go ahead and get this scrap out of the middle of town here, please. Get more scrap collectors. And our tailor is complete. They're now working on... Let's see. Yep, just the basic neck scarves for radiation protection. And they are in need of cloth. So let's go back to making cloth at our recycler. We can produce charcoal from wood, and that will help us filter our water, make radiation protection, all that good stuff. I'm going to put that on the outside of town. And to get wood, we're going to need a forester's lodge. And I'm going to clear out the forest over here, I think. We can get our fishermen back. Can we? Oh, no workforce available. Let's do less builders. We'll do fishermen and 1 forester. Only 18 adults right now. That is a tough balance, guys. Ah, that scrap's finally gone, though. We can get that house installed. Let's put some roads down, too. Especially going back and forth between, say, the cistern there in the middle of camp. Just get things tidy here. Leave some room for decorations later. Not really a decorating point yet. We are still very much in survival mode. Alright. Our charcoal kiln is also being built. We're going to need a charcoal burner. Go ahead and get one on deck here. Okay. We're going to store some food and store some tools. Ah, that's a good point. We really ought to be, besides working on our face masks and our water supply and our food supply, we need some tools. I had totally forgotten about that. Let's get a workshop built. Okay. And, well, we are super low on adults with job opportunities. Technician to work on our tools once the facility is built. We're very low on wood. Let's make the Forester's Lodge our next priority to build. You can just hit that button right there. There we go, some rain. Our collector should be getting some of that now. Nice, very nice. Unknown contamination. So we're gonna want a weather station to figure out how much we have as far as rads go falling out of the sky. Forester's Lodge is done. Perfect. So now we can get some wood. We were building a little bit too fast there. Charcoal kiln is in production. And once we have charcoal on hand to go with our cloth, we can make the activated carbon masks, which are going to be our level 2 radiation protection. Although our guys are doing just fine without it. Time for more farming as well. Got some scrap in the field. Gotta get rid of that arcade machine. Taking an axe to it. Got some wheat. Let's do some zucchini next. I don't know why, but the word zucchini made my stomach growl. Maybe I want some Japanese food or something. Ah, that sounds good actually. Alright. That cabin's good to go finally. Nice, nice. Got a little community coming together. Got some wood. Yeah, we could use some more food. Yes, some more workers. Let's do another fisherman. More farmers as well. Are we low on materials? Oh, we need some metal. Recycler. Work on metal. What we're going to do, guys, is get a second recycler going. And let's move this task to gather all resources. Let's move you out here. a second recycler will let us focus on metal or plastic or cloth without, you know, having our one building switching back and forth constantly. So 2 refiners there, 22 adults. There we go. We've got drought incoming again, but we have plenty of water in storage. Our supply of lumber is still super low, so I'm going to get some more people doing some forestry work and get that lumber supply increased. I guess our foresters do need some better tools, so let's get some more tools going too. Hopefully soon we're going to be getting that workshop up and going. You guys work on that scrap. Gather scrap task. Come on out here and get this random scrap over here. Storage depot ruin too. Actually, yeah. Let's do that. That's only going to work if we have extra settlers here, so I'll just leave them alone. We can also get some more food going with a gatherer's cabin in the forest. Put him right on the waterfront there. One more builder, one more gatherer. There we go, our workshop is up and running, and they're going to be working on those simple scrap tools first. If no one takes them all, because we've been low on tools for so long, we might not succeed on this mission. Yep. Settler with no tools. Can we get more technicians? Yes, we can. Retire 1 water carrier and get a technician going. Food storage is almost there. Yes, there we go. Task completed, and our settlers are quite happy. That was awesome. I did not think we were going to make that. Has anyone died yet? I can't quite tell. We're going to have to build a cemetery probably sooner rather than later. I really want to start expeditions and start working our way up this way to the town, but probably want the weather station next. And we're going to have a lot more cloth for that. Yes, I built a workshop. Let's do some nice metal tools now. Requires wood and metal. And another recycler is probably a good idea. Let's put up a decorative flag just because we can. And some nice hedges. Make it feel a bit more like home, even though we have no tools for some of our workers. We can also upgrade our town hall. Need some more wood to complete. Oh, nice. Instant reward of some tools for that workshop. Let's get some more of these recyclers working on cloth production. Up to how many adults? 32. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And we're in a drought again, so no more fishermen. Oh boy. Let's do another scrap collector, tailor. Logistics are good. One more builder. One more water carrier. Do a big orchard right in the middle of town. And we'll need some more farmers for that. Walnut trees. That's not very appetizing. I was hoping for oranges or apples or something, but I'll have to make do with walnuts. Not a fan, in case you couldn't tell. Scrapyard is cleaned out on scrap from up there. We'll move down this way and harvest some scrap. We're still super low on wood, and our food is quite low as well. We need some backup sources of food besides just the fishing and the farms. So we're going to put our hunting lodge way out here. And we'll get one hunter. With the hunting lodge, you can capture animals and bring them back to pasture. We got some buffalo cows that would be great in a pasture. Definite radiation in that water too. Gather all resources. Let's just go up here too. Our settlers liked that set of shrubs. And are we upgrading, I think? Yep, upgrade progress 50%. Make our priority list a bit different. Get them all set to repair buildings in case we get a sandstorm or some kind of attack. Yeah, gatherer's cabin. Could use some more people. Let's do one more hunter. Let's do more fishermen as well. Our food is dangerously low right now. Yes, I understand. I'm going to get more food going. There we go. Our hunters are out getting some wild meat. We should get a pasture up next, I think. Let's put it kind of on the edge of town. Pasture. Our wood supply is still so low. Connect our roads out. I don't think anyone's building roads yet. Our resources are just too low, both in people and raw materials. And dirt roads take up... Okay, just one, not physical resource, but just the time to build it resource. So I think it's just free to build. Gonna set our hunters to hunting and capturing, so that we don't kill all of the cows in the area. You can overhunt the area too. Let's make that priority 1. With more fishermen. Yep, got some hungry settlers going on here. And one of our recyclers died, it looks like. We are struggling with the food supply. There we go. There was a bit of food before everybody cleaned out the reserves. We need some more workers, even with supplies low, so keep building our riverside cabins here. Oh, let's also make sure we place our cemetery here, because I'm sure we've got some dead bodies piling up. We need some more builders. All of our builders died. Ooh, someone else just died too. The walnut trees are looking good though. Everybody's getting lunch. We actually have some food in stock right now. And we have some water too, even if it is just a little bit irradiated. What's nice though is we can upgrade our cistern to be a full-on water tower, which can then use charcoal to filter that radiation out of the water. There we go. Quantity of food gathered. We got some berries out of that. Nice. Let's make this our priority, the cemetery. We don't want dead bodies, gathering. You guys can see them right there. Got a bunch of dead folks. Who's this guy? Can't quite click on him. Yes, more protective clothing. Got a drought coming too, and our water isn't great. What do we need here? We need some more water carriers. There we go. We've got to get that water going. Our water collector is going to help us a bit, but we're kind of dependent on our lakes now for food quite a bit too. Hey, some new workers. Let's get some builders going, a herder, and we'll need 2 morticians to start cleaning up all the bodies. We really ought to get more water carriers going too. Got plenty of tools, so we'll swap a few people over to water carrying to get ready for the drought instead of working on tools. We need some more charcoal burners too, it looks like. Everything's trying to suck up all of our charcoal supply. It's key to filtering out radiation. And we need some more scrap too. Good grief. What's our scrap post? Yeah, you guys are having to carry scrap so far. Oh, we're actually doing okay on scrap. And there's drought. They're happy about their charcoal masks, though. And here we go. Cemetery is active. And our morticians are going to be gathering up our unfortunate dead out here. Water is going to be on the edge for probably the entire drought here as it ends. Oh, look at that. We made it. Can we upgrade to that water tower yet? 42 wood. Let's do it. Pasture. Needs animals. Choose type of animal. We have 2 buffalo already that our hunters had captured with those orders to tranquilize. So we're going to get some of those buffalo in here to the pasture. And we're going to be able to let them reproduce and get some meat. You'll actually get a significant health bonus, you see right here, for rich food. The more sources of food, fishing, hunting, gathering, all that good stuff. Oh, look at all these new workers. Okay. Tailors, go. Charcoal burners, go. Scrap collectors, go. Farmers, definitely go. Fishermen, go. Man, we need some more wood really badly. And our tools are getting low. Always more jobs than people is one thing you can count on, guys. We also need some storage. Let's start with something simple. What is it under? Logistics, temporary storeroom. Put that right in the middle of town here. And we need some more roads out here too. Connect these a bit. Oh, and here's a sandstorm for us, guys. And our water reserves just really took a hit too. So what's happened now is our buildings are all partially damaged from the sandstorm. We're going to need more wood. Foresters go. We're out of water still too. Come on, drought. And our well keeper's working, our water carriers are working. But I think we could probably use a second well as a backup. Yeah, let's do a second well here. And maybe another water jetty too. Yeah. Up to 46 population of adults now. Awesome. Let's make this priority 1 is the well. Need some scrap to get built. One nice thing about the pastures too, as far as our food's concerned, is it'll automatically set it to a nice medium for when they get slaughtered. So you can just let them reproduce, get a supply of meat going, and generally your pastures are going to do their own thing. 2 well keepers. And here's our first water tower. We can't turn on the filtration just yet. We need more coal for that. How many charcoal burners do we have? 2? Let's bump that up to 3 so we can turn on filtration. Maybe rainwater collectors. Let's give that a go. It's gonna take up our plastic here. Let's put one tailor working on plastic. One's working on cloth, one's working on metal. Activating our filtration. Where's our charcoal burner? See, aha, up here. Our gatherer died, it looks like. Is it ironic to replace the dead gatherer with a mortician? Because that's what I just did. Oof. Might need a second charcoal burner to deal with the demand here. And why is our water still so low? Okay, let's focus down. Filtration off for the moment on the water filter. We've really got to get something else going on here for our water supply. And they're quite happy about our water supply now. We got a slight bonus to get us out of the red. I guess we could also put one more well out here. Efficiency of 100%. You don't want them too close together. You'll drain the water table. Alright, guys. Still struggling a little bit with tools and with water supply. And protective clothing. How many tailors do we have? We got 2 tailors. We are really low on protective clothing, so I'm going to build a second tailor. Let's put their shop. Oh, I don't know. Outside of town, maybe? And how many technicians? 2 out of 2. Okay. More gathering, more herding. Forestry has actually got us looking pretty good there. Refiners are good. Tailors up to 3. Scrap collectors, more of those.
I am your queen. I have given freedom to my people.
Oh no.
You're afraid, aren't you? Roar your silly commands, crawl away and hide in your holes. Free people simply take what they want.
So we've got an issue with raiders here, and we're not ready for that kind of attack, so we're going to pay tribute. We're going to give them some scrap and some wood to leave us alone.
Yes, fair and square. Give what you've got, that's the way. Don't be afraid. I won't do a thing to you. You can go on living whatever your lives were.
Yeah. So we're going to have to deal with the raiders a lot sooner than I was expecting. Watchtower is going to require, unlocked through research. So we are completely defenseless right now. Charcoal filtration active. Let's get some of that radiation out of that water tower. Accident at the tailor shop. Severe damage. Do we have builders to fix it? Yes, we do. Okay. Our food is looking great, though, and our water supply is taken off, finally. Scrap is gone down south. Ooh, didn't realize that. Actually, might as well just gather up this scrap first. It's a bit closer. Get some more farmers going. Yeah, there we go. Things are looking up. Got this second tailor working on basic neck scarves just to cover our bases with protection because we have a lot of people with no protective clothing. Okay, guys. Time to start expanding. Let's get a school up. It's going to make smarter kids, which makes smarter adults. We're going to put that right in the middle of our settlement here. They'll do things like tear up tools slower and stuff like that. They're just going to be a bit smarter about things. And it's also time, I believe, for a medical facility. That's going to require some serious plastic. Go ahead and put that in the center of town too, though. We're going to want some medics. We are in dire need of more scrap. Looks like our guys are chowing down on some serious food. Okay, drought again. No more fishing. Lack of tools. We out of metal? Oh, we're out of metal. Okay. That'll be the problem then. Plenty of food stockpiled though. So we're building a medical facility. Resources. We're going to want to build a research station and an expedition station. That is a big research station. And that's going to also require some electricity. I guess it makes more sense to, if we need resources, do the expedition station first. So we can put that out here, the edge of town. And we need some scouts. And more tailors, I guess, working on protective gear. Our basic needs are definitely met. And our medical facility is good to go. Needs herbs. Oh, right. I have neglected my citizens' health. We need a gatherer's hut to, well, gather herbs. Where's a good thick forest? Here we go. And we'll get 2 herbalists on to that job. Gather all resources. Gather plants. From over here. This is looking pretty good, guys. We've got a nice stockpile of food. Good start. We really need more metal, though. Plenty of cloth. The metal's required to build the expedition station, too. But once we build the expedition station, we can go out and explore even just this ruin right here and see what's inside. Oh, our fisherman. Whoops. One more refiner. Gotta get that metal going. Our builders are frantically trying to keep up with. Okay, here we go. Let's get an expedition going. We have one literally on the edge of our camp here. Send a scout. Let's also look at the town nearby. Send a scout. And the other town nearby. Or perhaps it's a military base, a factory. Abandoned houses up there. There's this barbecue place maybe? Or fast food or something? Burger joint, looking at the tables. So once our scouts report back, we'll be able to send an expedition and get those resources. There we go. Speaking of resources, free water. So we have a productivity training happening for our schools right now, making our settlers better at what they're doing. Can actually teach them to handle their tools better, so we're not going through them quite so fast. Later on, we can upgrade our school to teach all of these at the same time with the advanced school, which is super helpful. Okay, we got some irradiated settlers, quite a few with no tools, and some that need some housing. So let's expand our housing options. Start with just a camp out in the back here. Our scouts are almost there. Well, I would hope so. It's right here. He's chopping away at the door to see what's inside. Alright, one of the scouts here. pretty run down, walls missing, downright ruined. Old shipping container inside. Okay. Let's configure an expedition. We're going to send folks with some metal tools. Let's send one of our farmers, one of our builders, and one of our water supply people. Give them metal tools and basic neck scarves and low rations because this is next to our next to our town here, so not even sure if I would call that a real expedition. Alright guys, I think that's a pretty good stopping point right there because we've sent out some scouts. Our first expeditions are heading out, so we're going to have at least one more episode where I keep expanding. We're going to get those locations explored. We're going to get our research station built and hopefully crank through our tech tree a bit here and get some defenses up so we can stop paying tribute to the raiders and actually have some militia ready to take them on. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.